What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video. Today, we are going to be talking about and mostly reacting to Madden 22 release trailer. Well, kind of like a gameplay release, the first official release thing of Madden 22. Now, a couple days ago, we reacted to their teaser trailer where they had two goats breaking out of a barn. They had Peyton Hillis in there. You guys saw it. It's back on the channel if you want to go watch it again. And I speculated that those two goats meant Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. And I turned out to be right. Because if you guys do not know, Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady will be the cover athletes of Madden 22. Now, who knows if we're going to get legend rosters? Probably not. That was probably a bit of a stretch by my part. I was probably looking a little bit too far into the Peyton Hillis connection. It was probably just because he has a goat farm, I guess, or he's a farmer type of guy, and they just got him to be there, I guess. I don't know, but I was probably looking a little bit too much into that. So the cover will be Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Let's watch the official trailer for Madden 22, the first official trailer. This is from the official Madden NFL 22 Twitter handle. So let's go check it out right now. I'm super excited. We are ready to go. I'm going to full screen it because it's super exciting. 3, 2, 1, play. Whoa. All right, so it looks like it comes out, MVP edition comes out on 8/17, which I will have 8/17 for official gameplay and get ready and show it on the channel. So let's go back and break down some of this stuff that happens. So we've got some nice one-on-one man coverage here. So it looks like the crowd's going to be more involved in the games. Previous generations of Madden have had crowds become involved. Obviously, you get like the NCAA vibes where when you're in a hostile environment on like a third down or a fourth down or a big play, you're at the red zone or something, then you get the shaky lines when you're on offense because the crowd's super loud, so it's affecting the call. So you get the shaky, vibrating lines. You guys know what I mean from like NCAA 14 and all the previous NCAA games. So I'm getting those kind of vibes here. How we might get something like that with crowd participation or crowd effectiveness, maybe like affecting the play calls and affecting what route you're running, or be able to see what route you're running. So that's kind of the vibes I'm getting right here. It looks like the player models look pretty good. This Patrick Mahomes looks pretty good. Previous versions of Madden have had a little bit clunkier player models. Not super clunky, but just in my personal opinion, they've been a little bit clunky. These ones look pretty slim, especially that Stephon Diggs. Let me find that Stephon Diggs one there. This one looks real good. This model of Stephon looks real good. So does the Derrick Henry one. The Derrick Henry one looks almost exactly like Derrick Henry. Now, if they have his poo hair, I'll be pretty impressed because you know how he always has the big long braid, the one long braid in the back of his helmet. It looks like a big strand of poo coming out. I hope they have that in the game. The Dalvin Cook looks pretty good. Now, I don't know what this stuff means right here with like speculation happens. Are we going to get like, I'm hoping this means like franchise mode kind of stuff, but I'm assuming this is going to play more towards the career mode aspect of things. I haven't heard any news about the career mode, but I'm assuming this, when they're talking about like speculation happens and all this stuff right here, this news and stuff, I'm assuming this is going to be more towards the career mode. I wouldn't think they're going to put that much effort into franchise mode. They've never shown any effort into franchise mode. Yes, they've talked about putting effort into franchise mode, but until they prove me otherwise, then I won't believe that they put any effort into franchise mode. So I'm going to go into this year assuming that franchise mode is the exact same thing as it's been. So until I get the game and they prove me wrong, then I will assume that. So moving forward to this, change happens. I don't know what they mean by change happens. Are we going to get like, this looks like we're going to get a new updated intro. We've had some generic intros for the past couple of years, but this looks like we're going to get like a big flag like they do in real life, and then we're going to get a flyover by some jets, because this is these are our created fans, like this is in the game. So I'm assuming we're going to get, like, for some big games, we're going to get jets flying over. That's pretty cool. I like that addition. It's the little things. There's Kyler Murray. His player model looks pretty good. It looks just like Kyler. Trevor Lawrence, we get a look at him. His hair is the big key. This is why they're doing it, because his hair is the big key. That's his moneymaker. And so the problem that I have with video games, and it's not a big problem, WWE games have struggled with this for a decade or so, or since they've started making 3D versions of games and stuff. And NFL games, NBA games don't really struggle that much because there's not a lot of people. I mean, there is a lot of people with long hair, but NFL games in particular struggle with this, where the hair kind of goes through the body and it kind of goes through the helmet. Sometimes it glitches out a little bit. So this hair looks really realistic. Like, this almost looks like, if I play this right now, that almost looked like on the field real life stuff right there. Like, that's the graphic. This is the first Madden that's built exclusively for the PS5, the new generation of console. Obviously, they're going to make versions for the PS4 and the Xbox, the old Xbox 360, or not 360, the old Xbox One. But the game, the trailer that we're watching is all based on next gen stuff. The game is built for the next gen, so I'm assuming the graphics are going to be even better than what they were on Madden 21 when it came out on PS5. So Trevor Lawrence looks good. Zach Wilson looks good, but you can't really tell much of it. Fields looks good here. Tua looks pretty good. His model looks good. This must be another animation for pregame and stuff, where they walk out in the tunnel like that. That's pretty cool. And then, like I said, the Stephon Diggs model looks real clean, looks fire. Real life happens. So when I say real life happens, I'm assuming we're going to get more realistic toe drags. Even though, does he touch both toes in that? I don't know if he toe dragged that. I guess he did. And then we're going to get some better stiff arms, because the stiff arms, in my opinion, have been kind of trash in previous Madden. So I'm assuming guys like Derrick Henry, who stiff arm a lot, are going to be able to stiff arm more successfully than others. Dalvin Cook's cut moves are pretty clean. And then we move forward into momentum happens. So I don't know what they mean by momentum happens. Are we getting like better? This is Saquon Barkley. So I don't know if we're going to be getting enhanced gameplay. I hope we're getting better physics, because that's a real problem. It's been a real problem in past Maddens, is gameplay. There's Matt Stafford in his Rams jersey, chucking a ball, gets intercepted by, I can't tell who that is. I'm not sure. I don't think Jeff Okuda is 23, so I don't think that's Jeff Okuda. This one kind of made me mad a little bit, because this is the exact same cut and paste reaction when a coach loses. this is the exact same cut and paste reaction. They just chucked the clipboard down. So I'm a little upset that that's going to be still in the game. This is kind of cool. I know it's a Patriot. It looks like it's Cam, but he's like hitting his helmet on the, or he's hitting the iPad on the helmet. That's kind of interesting. So we got Bruce Arians looking like he's talking to Brady, and who is that, Vita Vea? Talking to that. That might be another like little cutscene kind of thing. This is what I'm a little curious about. Manage player health. So is this going to be like a separate screen you can go to in the game, or like after a game you can manage and see, like it says 100% for the overall offense fatigue. So as the game goes on, I'm assuming it drops down and drops down, and when it drops down more, you're more likely to get an injury. I'm guessing is what looks like that's going to happen. So you got decisions to make. This, if we look closely into this, it looks like we've got staff management right there. That's big. We've got staff management here. I can't really tell, but it looks like we've got a head coach, Matt Nagy, there, and then some offense and defensive coordinators. Now, we've broken down this a couple of months ago when they leaked that picture. It looks like this is the same kind of picture, but I don't know if these are going to be officially licensed offensive coordinators or if they're just going to be generic offensive coordinators that we can just move on. It really doesn't matter if they're official, like real-life offensive and defensive coordinators, as long as they have the option to hire and fire defense coordinators. And if you can, what I really would like to see is kind of like the option to, instead of being a head coach, being an offensive coordinator and then working your way up to becoming a head coach. That would be pretty cool. Like NCAA, you could start out as a coordinator and then work your way up to a head coach from different schools. So that would be kind of cool if they are adding that into Madden. That'd be really cool. But it looks like they are at least going to have staff management, which is something we've been asking for a while. This one feels more like FIFA, where it looks like if you're the head coach, then you got to answer questions pregame and stuff. So that's more FIFA kind of stuff. You got managed player health. We talked about that. The talent trees, they've got skill trees in here now. That's big. And it says franchise. It says franchise in here. This is all good. This is all good stuff. They got to prove it to me. When I get my hands on this game and I open up franchise and this stuff is in here, but it's not like working well or it's not good, I'm going to be upset. So we've been through this before. We've gotten hyped for Madden. I'm trying to stay as unhyped as possible so that I don't get my hopes up and then they're let down, because Madden has been known to let me down and let their entire fan base down with franchise mode. So they have a skill tree in here. I don't know what it's for. I can't really tell what it's for. It looks like for an individual player, maybe your head coach. I can't really tell. Over here we've got the schemes, which has been in the game before. It just got a different background to it. And this one, game plan, some sort of game plan. I can't really tell what it says. The Saints game plan. So I'm assuming you get to pick how you want to attack the opposing team. So that stuff looks promising here. What's this over here? We've got game plan focus, offensive game plan focus, or defensive game plan. I think that's a D. Defensive game plan focus. So if you're going up against a guy like Lamar Jackson, then you get to pick like what you want to focus on going up against him, because he's more athletic. He can run the ball more. He's more of an offensive threat. So you get to choose that. Now this down here says members. I think that's what that says. So is this like, this looks like NFC, AFC. So then maybe it's a new standings screen. They updated the standing screen, I guess is what that looks like. This looks like your main homepage. I'm assuming all this stuff looks good. It looks like they completely overhauled the way that franchise mode looks. But again, this is just a trailer. We're in June. The game comes out in August. So I can't really get my hopes up yet. This all looks good. I mean, if this is the game, this is a nice first step. But they need to build off this for the future, for next games after this. So this is at least a good starting point, a good jumping off point if they have all this stuff in here. So it looks like they changed the whole main menu screen. The play calling screen looks like it's changed a little bit. They've got more focused stuff. Pressure happens, what we talked about. Patrick Mahomes is struggling to hear. I don't know if this is going to be a cutscene. It'll probably get pretty annoying if you're in a big game situation and you're down by a touchdown in the fourth quarter, last drive, and you get a cutscene like this when you're trying to focus. That might be a little bit annoying after a while, but it seems to be pretty cool right now. So you got Patrick Mahomes. If they're bringing back the ability to pump up the crowd, that's going to be cool, because you used to be able to do that in old Maddens, and then for some reason they just took it out. So it looks like they're pumping up the crowd right there. So that's pretty cool if you could be able to do that. You got Brady stepping back in the pocket. Brady looks good. Brady's model always tends to look pretty good. Travis Kelce looks good. I hope the weather is better. I do have one problem with the weather in Madden, and it just doesn't look realistic. This I can't really tell from these trailers. I can't. It's hard to tell without actually seeing it in game. I know this is in-game footage, but it's just hard to tell without seeing it for yourself if the weather looks more realistic. The snow especially is what I have a problem with. The snow just doesn't look realistic. So if they can change that and make it look a little bit better, it's not a big deal, but it's kind of a little thing. And the water on the helmet looks pretty cool. The from the rain, that's a nice little touch. And did you catch it here when Brandon Gaudin says something pretty interesting? He's got pressure from Chubb. I'll go back a little bit. Pressure coming from Chubb. So I don't usually play with the announcer on. I usually have it on mute, just because it's the same generic things they say every single year. So I just usually play it on mute. But if they have updated what they say and they react in game to have, like, if you're rushing with Myles Garrett and Brandon Gaudin will say pressure coming from Garrett, that'd be pretty interesting. That's a nice little touch that they would add in there. You got Brady and Mahomes obviously throwing the ball to Godwin and Kelce. Nice little toe drag from Travis Kelce there. Gets it in. Why did that say Super Bowl 50? Oh, it's going through all the Super Bowls. I didn't see these ones over here. I just saw Super Bowl 50. I was like, why did they have Super Bowl 50? But they could have new celebrations. That's one of the biggest things they need to change. The Super Bowl celebration is the exact same for the past, 6 years now. So I know this isn't a Super Bowl, but if they have changed celebrations, that would be pretty interesting, because Chris Godwin's right there celebrating. They're lifting up Patrick Mahomes. That's never been in the game before, never lifting up Patrick Mahomes like that. So that's pretty cool. Greatness happens, they say. And then here's the two cover athletes, Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. They make Tom Brady look so bad in this. I mean, I know he's old. He's like 43, 44, but he needs to put some Just for Men in there. He's getting a little bit gray, my man. Two cover athletes. Game day happens here. Madden 22, 99 Club. I wonder who's going to be in the 99 Club this year. MVP Edition pre-order now. Play early on 8/17. I will have it on 8/17, so you guys don't have to worry about that. It'll be right here on the channel. So that is my breakdown of the new Madden 22 trailer. If you guys are excited for Madden 22, hit that like button. Let me know down below what you guys think of the trailer. If you guys agree with me that you shouldn't get your hopes up too high, because EA and Madden have proven over the past couple of years to not live up to expectations. So if you guys are with me, let me know down below. If you guys are not, if you guys are super hyped, let me know as well. I'm curious to see what you guys think. But that is going to do for me. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Make sure to smash that like button and notification bell and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!